Ay,
Boom! Eto na guys, penultimate. Pag-usapan natin ito. Wow! Hindi ko naman sinuto dahil sa nangyari. But guys, medyo nakakatakot na. Natanggalan, I mean, a Filipino serviceman lost his, at least one finger, right? Last time I checked, thumb bite or something. So, blood has been drawn by China. Technically speaking, someone suffered serious bodily injury. I want to ask first Mark about this before asking Ronald kasi mahabang usapan ito pagdating sa mutual defense treaty and all of that. Mark, anong basa mo sa reaction ng tao dito sa... Kasi iba na to eh. Di ba? Iba yung water cannon, iba yung bungguan ng ship. Ito, pumasok talaga, binord ng mga Chinese, kinuha yung mga barel. Medyo next level na Coops moves na yan, di ba? Ron,
May dalang itak. May
yeah,
dalang itak.
so, I mean, Mark,
It's,
Carlos,
kaya nga,
parang
parang,
itak.
ikaw
kulay
Mark,
na lang chainsaw eh. Chainsaw na lang yung
May ano
kulay.
may
Parang,
ang napansin ko sa online may sense of, syempre nandun yung galit pa rin. Hindi nawawala yon from the water cannon and then. Kaso, medyo papasukan mo na ng sense of fear eh. Kasi the more it gets real eh. Kumbaga mas nagiging totoo. Kumbaga China is upping the ano eh. Kumbaga tinatas. Kumbaga they're seeing how far they could push it eh. So ang nararamdaman ko, this is yung fear na yon is being used by the pro-China lobby ng ating bansa eh. Yung mga vloggers na nag-aabogado for China. So ayan, tingnan nyo dahil kayo umaabot sa ganyan. So they're using it as a tactic eh to say na mali ang direksyon ng BBM, pero definitely yung galit, lalong nagalit yung mga Pinoy. Pero pansin ko na merong pumasok na fear eh, na it's getting closer to home.
there's
So yun ang
effect. You think there's a chilling effect na gagamitin ng mga makapili ito? Sabi niya, oh, see, kasalanan, ginusto niya yan. Eh.
Hindi, ginagamit na nga talaga. Ginagamit na talaga. Na tingnan nyo, kaya nyo bang lumaban? Kaya nyo bang ano? So yun ang naramdaman ko na they're already framing it that way. Nung panahon ni Duterte, wala namang ganyan. Hindi nila sinasabi kasi noon sunod-sunuran lang tayo kung ano yung gusto. Sunod lang tayo ng sunod. So yun ang direction that they're going with in terms of forming this narrative doon sa naputulan ng daliri natin na tropa.
Ronald, do you see this as deliberate psychological warfare or we were just lucky na hindi lumaban yung mga naval officers natin? Just one person pag bumarel, wala na, Tarantino na ito eh. Tarantino na mangyari dyan.
tingin ko nag-scale up yung China dahil alam ng China, hindi lang usapin ng kaya ba nilang ibuli ang Pilipinas. Tingin ko kaya sila nag-scale up ay dahil ang tingin nila, ang body language ng US ngayon ay de-escalation. No? At least in the next few months, de-escalation. Tingin ko until the November election. No? Yeah. Yan yung body language. Kaya yan ay pinupush ng China. Pinapakita nila na hindi kayo kayang depensahan ng US. Hindi kayo kayang depensahan ng allies ng US. Kaya pinupush nila yung vulnerability na yan at this point. Dahil hindi naman amateurs ang China eh. Pinag-aaralan din nila yung kanilang kalaban. At tingin nila sa kanilang pag-aaral, no, ay baka mag-blink yung US dahil meron silang mga hinaharap na eleksyon, meron silang hinaharap na mga fronts sa Middle East at saka sa Europe na before nung kinraft nila yung Asia Pivot ay wala diyan. Wala diyan. Eh ngayon, baka lusubin ng Israel ang Lebanon, Hezbollah, baka mag-spread out sa Middle East. Eh ayaw sana ng US na mangyari yan eh. Paalis na sila sa Middle East eh as a primary battlefield eh. Papunta na dapat sila rito sa ating region eh. Pero mukhang medyo matatagalan yan or at least babagal. Tapos the Ukrainians are not necessarily winning. No, are not necessarily winning. Kaya another problem. At kung mananalo si Trump, definitely iiwanan ni Trump ang NATO. That will be another problem, no? So may mga ganyan na sa calculation ng China ay pwede namin i-poke yung eagle, no? Dahil his attention is somewhere else.
Miguel, gumagana ako.
Oo. At saka nakita mo sa mga surveys yung lamang ni Trump kay Biden sa mga states na mananalo yung Democratic governor. No? Kinumpara nila sa mga states na yung mga Democratic governor ay mananalo, si Trump ay talo. No, ibig sabihin ang tama ay si Biden ay talo. Ibig sabihin yung tama ay kay Biden not
Kaya
with the Democrats.
may
No?
liability sa Democrats.
Oo.
Kaya liability sa
Kaya
Although there's a
medyo
Fox News survey dito.
nadidistract yung Biden administration at this point. At kaya pinupok ng China yung US ngayon.
Although, interestingly, Fox News just released a survey, I think 4 days or 3 days ago, whereby medyo nag-bounce back si Biden. And maybe this was because the needle moved a bit dahil dun sa felony cases, etc. But this is a very, very competitive race. It's going to be down not to swing states, swing counties ang usapan dito. It might go down to 40,000 votes or 50,000 votes to decide. But I want to also ask this, kasi ako, ang basa ko dito, it's also because of the ambiguity around the Mutual Defense Treaty. So the official position of Biden, Blinken, Trump, Pompeo, all of these people, way better than Obama and the rest, was that any armed attack on Filipino public vessels, etc., will invoke Mutual Defense Treaty. Ang problema is what China is doing is on a shallow level, not an armed attack because hindi naman sila gumagamit ng barel. So maybe a way forward also here is to clarify that the MDT should apply to any aggressive action that could lead to fatality or that would lead to fatality. As I said, I don't care you use a water cannon or actual cannon. If you kill a Filipino, that should invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty. Do you also, Ronald and Mark, see this as a reflection of America's ambiguity really not helping anyone, making both US look weak and Philippines look vulnerable?
Nakita na natin yan, Richard, dun sa Shangri-La Forum. Nag-scale up si President Bongbong, medyo nag-quibble si Secretary Austin. Diba? Merong crossing the Rubicon speech si President Bongbong.
And tapos ironclad na ek-ek na
tapos,
naman.
Ironclad, pero at the same time, hindi niya papatulan yung hypothetical situation. No?
Right.
Actually, kung i-deconstruct mo yon, medyo hindi maganda yan for BBM. Dahil nag-scale up siya, tapos nag-scale down naman si Austin. No? Diba? Bakit ko sasagutin? Hypothetical lang naman yan. Yung if a Filipino dies, dapat sinuportahan mo na.
Yeah,
diba?
Paano maging hypothetical yan? Kitang-kita niya yung nangyari ngayon. Before,
exactly.
Naka-5 water cannon, 3.
Exactly. No? Kaya kitang-kita yung hesitancy for all ASEAN to see. Diba? ASEAN was there. ASEAN was observing. Na-observe nila, nag-hesitate. Nag-hesitate. No? Yun yung unsaid.
Although I find that weird, I'll also mark about this because kanina dun sa Storycon, di ba Ronald, nilabas nila Patrick. Although sa dulo, sinabi ko hindi naman pala final to eh. There is a recommendation analysis by the Indo-Pacific Command of US that says hindi lang dapat armed attack, any illegal or violent use of force that leads to injury or fatality dapat covered ng MDT. But as I said, hindi pa rin yan na-adopt ng State Department, hindi pa rin na-adopt ng White House yan. So this is still a recommendation letter. So I found it ironic that it's the Pentagon who's actually itching for a more aggressive action. And then ito si Lloyd Austin was being the over-diplomat, the uber-diplomat. Ako naman, the only excuse I can find there, Ronald, is remember, this was the first time he was gonna meet a Chinese defense minister in a very long time. So siguro ayun niyang, he didn't want to rock the boat too much. Naging BBM siya. In short, si Lloyd Austin ay naging BBM. Si BBM ay naging Duterte, di ba? Na merang he elevated it. So, yeah, they keep on doing the Americans, no? Every time we level up, suddenly mag-change tone sila. Ronald, you know this because under Aquino leveled up too. He scaled up way more than BBM. And do you think the Americans ever backed us up the way they should have?
Well, iba nung panahon ni Pinoy eh. Nung panahon ni Pinoy, there was a slogan, the Asia Pivot. But it remained a slogan. It remained a rhetoric. Walang substance. Ngayon, ang sinasabi nila, the rhetoric is beginning to have substance. Diba? Pero, ang kanilang framework for now in the immediate ay de-escalation. Ako, sigurado ko yun, Richard. Sa ngayon, ang position ng US is de-escalate. De-escalate. Kaya nalalagay tayo ngayon sa spot. Kaya kung titingnan mo, after 3 days of silence, ngayon naglabas ang si Executive Secretary Bersamin, no? Naglabas ngayon ng statement ng Malacanang, practically acceding to the de-escalation proposal of a superpower. No? Basahin mo yung statement ni Bersamin.
Kanina lang yung press conference, 'di ba? Ikaw, Mark, what is your understanding of medyo kapos pang US? Nakakapusan ka ba sa US, or maybe we just have to push a little bit more here?
Yun nga, medyo nakukulangan nga yung support from the US pero yun nga, siguro election nga kasi ang lapit noon, yung utak nila nandun sa election nila. Pero hopefully after ng election nila mas maging malinaw kung paano yung maging direksyon, o tapos mag-adjust na lang tayo kung si Biden man yan o kung si Trump man yan, kung how we will move forward dito sa West Philippine Sea. Pero sa totoo lang, medyo yun nga ang problema na kumbaga na take advantage ng mga yung lumalabas na parang kahinaan ngayon ng partnership or yung pag-de-escalate ng US, or parang it is being seen as a weakness, nagte-take advantage yung mga vloggers, mga lobbyists ng kabila at yung mga talking heads ng kabila. So they're saying, oh, I told you so, ganyan. So na parang coordinated di ba? Na pag ng gano'n, tsaka sila babanat ng gano'n. So
gagamitin mo yan for psychological warfare talaga.
Oo eh. Kaya, talagang talagang kailangan planuhin na lang mabuti nila PBBM what they will do hanggang matapos yung election ng Amerika, tapos let's see what will happen from there depending kung sino maupo.
Ronald, sa tingin mo, I mean, there are many options forward for the Philippines, right? We can use more fast inflatable boats. I think the British have some very good stuff. The Americans could lend us some of their littoral combat ships na pinaparetire nila. It's not like we're running out of options. My favorite idea is gamitin natin yung chopper ni Alice Go. Baka pwede natin gamitin yan pang resupply sa Sierra Madre. Even a more favorite proposal na tuwan-tuwa si Justice Carpio, or actually tawan-tuwa. Why not use our Bajau and Moro brothers? Mga Bajau na hindi mo matalo-talo yan sa swimming, at saka mga Moro brothers natin, kung down to machete yan, kawawa yung mga Chinese dyan, di ba?
Ang tingin ko, Richard, ang best pa rin talaga air assets eh. Ang problema, dapat mas precise. Ang problema kasi, nung nagbagsak tayo ng supplies, hindi napunta sa lugar ng mga Chinese eh. No? Medyo malayo doon sa BRP Sierra Madre. So baka kinakailangan pa mag-practice muna. Mag-practice muna diyan sa open field, no? Diyan sa UP, sa Sunken Garden, mag-practice muna sila paano magbagsak ng supply. Para pagpunta nila sa BRP Sierra Madre, ay sakto na yung bagsak, no? So ang naging problema dun sa air assets natin ay mas problema ng accuracy. Hindi yung dahil pag nasa air ka, hindi ka naman bobombahin diyan eh. Hindi ka naman tatagain eh. Hindi ka naman hahampasin eh, no? So may iwasan yung incident na nangyari dun sa ating NABSOB na incident sa Ayungin. Ang kailangan lang ay to make it more accurate. Dahil nag-fail siya once, hindi ibig sabihin na magpe-fail na siya forever, no?
Ang isang tinitignan ko din, Richard, aside from dun sa military side ng mga nangyayari, is yung sa economic side eh. Kasi nababasa ko doon sa mga vloggers nung kabila, doon sa mga talking heads nung kabila, is yung China is starting to parang lessen yung pagbili ng ganito, lessen yung so yun yung isa pang aspeto na maybe we should be less dependent on China when it comes to our economy and to our so yun yung isa pang maaring gamitin din nila to na panakot sa atin, or to make us kumaga paluhurin tayo, or to force us into submission dun sa ginagawa nating laban dyan sa West Philippine Sea.
I think all of us need some rest here. Thank you very much, Sir Ronald Llamas, joining us from Metropolitan Postmodern Museum. Magpahinga ka na, Sir Ronald.
Pwede na matulog, pwede na.
Mark,
May tanong lang ako, Sir Ronald, last lang, bago tayo matapos. Meron ka ba diyang travel buddy?
Yun! May
Naghahanap ako ng
assistant ka ba dyan?
naghahanap ako ng Mr. Soup Soup National eh. Meron ko bang kilala na Mr. Soup Soup National? Yung may six-pack yung may six-pack yung parehas ng six-pack ni Richard. No, mayabang yan si Richard eh. Lagi pinagmamalaki yung kanyang six-pack eh.
Oy, ang ko lang yung ano diyan, yung mga triceps lang. baka naman
matravel. Ako 36 years na akong diabetic pero never ako kumuha ng travel companion. Lalong-lalo na hindi yung Soup National. No?
You never know, Ronald. Umikot ka muna sa Metropolitan Museum. You never know. It's New York. You're so New York, Ronald. You're so New York. Ikaw, Mark, meron ka bang advice sa mga naghanap ng travel buddy?
Advice ko lang sa mga may travel buddy o wag niyo silang pagstayin sa Pogo kasi baka
makuha yung papeles.
Baka makiwan ng papeles. Diba? Lusot na sana eh. Wala nang nakapansin eh. Lusot na eh. Malay mo makaiwan ka ng dokumento sa...
Okay na sana.
Out of all places na mag-iiwan ka ng dokumento, sa Pogo ka pa mag-iiwan ng dokumento.
Ang hindi ko maintindihan, Mark.
Mag-ingat lang sa ganun.
Hindi ko maintindihan, Mark. Bakit pinapakalandakan mo pa sa Facebook mo? Diba? Bakit pinapakalandakan mo pa ngayon? Ikaw ngayon ang pinagtitripan ng buong social media. Kaya Richard, huwag ka post sa Facebook mo Kita ko, sayaw ka ng sayaw doon Sayaw ka ng sayaw sa Facebook mo. Meron ka pa mga side view Meron ka pa mga side view habang nagbubuhat ka ng weights
Nakita nilang sayaw. Yun pa yung family friendly PG-13. Wag na natin, baka makita nila yung mga the moves natin. Mag-ano diba?
Sige na, matutulog na ako. Baka magpalabas na ako.
Good night.
Good night.